Off the Field with the HBC, presented by Chick-fil-A. Visit our locations on Forest Drive and Two Notch Road. When you tailgate, punt the burger, ask the chicken. And by James W. Smith Real Estate at the beach. Ask about our Gamecock off-season special.
All right, Coach, thanks again for joining us today. Todd Gurley and Mark Richt said after the game that, they couldn't get Sandstorm out of their mind. It's about as good of an environment as every part. Talk about how much the fans played into that big win over Georgia.
Yeah, I've heard from many of our Gamecock fans that was one of the loudest games ever. Some said they thought it was the loudest. But certainly we've had plenty of reason to cheer here in the last 4 years at Williams-Brice Stadium. And our fans make it as good or better than any environment in college football. So we're appreciative. We're 20-1 in the last 21 games there, I know that. So our fans are a big reason for that.
And we're talking about the past a little bit here, Coach, and they're going to honor the first bowl winning team in the CarQuest Bowl. And understand about 70 players are planning to come back. Yeah,
we've got an excellent response from that 1995 team. I think Steve Tannehill and his teammates are all looking forward to coming back. So it'd be neat to honor the first bowl winner in school history, the 1995 CarQuest Bowl champions. So it'd be good to see all those guys back here.
And that's something that you really are passionate about. I know they're honoring them next week before Missouri for the CarQuest Bowl, but just embracing the past.
Well, that's what successful schools do. If you have tradition, you honor the players that have really played well there and have accomplished whatever. We don't have a whole bunch to talk about right now as far as championships. We got the '69 ACC champion team, Tommy Suggs and all his teammates, and the Eastern Division of 2010. We've had a bunch of state championships lately, but for big championships, we're still hunting them. We're still looking out for them or searching for them. Hopefully that'll happen real soon.
Coach, you're about to make your first, make a road trip of the year. Got some younger guys. You change your approach with a team from one year to another about road games at all?
Well, this is the first time we've been on the road this year. A few freshmen traveling, but most of our guys have played a bit. But we got to really be ready for Vanderbilt. They haven't looked all that great their first 3 games, but they're very capable. They got good players, play extremely hard. They get a break or two, they'll be right there in the ball game. And we're expecting a tough, down-the-wire game. 2 years ago, we had an excellent team, won 11 games, and we scraped by them 17-13 in Nashville. So every team in the SEC is usually a little bit better at home, and we'll have our hands full in all likelihood. Our job as coaches and players, make sure we're totally ready to play these guys this week. And we should be. We should be. We have not peaked at all yet. We're still a struggling bunch of guys that have had some good fortune in winning our last 2 games. And we need to play a whole lot better if we're going to have a big season.
I know we're jumping around a little bit, but after the Georgia game, as you can imagine, there was a lot of social media chatter. Do you have expectations for your players on Twitter and Facebook and all that during the season?
As long as they don't put something real stupid on social media, we let them play around with it. Seems like all college kids all over the country are on their phones all the time. I think our guys do a decent job of using it correctly. But if they do something stupid, then we'll jump in there and cut it off if we need to.
Elliott went on to take in defense of the Georgia kickers, saying, it's a tough job and everybody misses. Pretty proud of Elliott, I thought, for taking the time to say, hey, get off this kid's back.
Elliott Fry, oh, kicking, man. The one the kid missed, it was actually inside the upright, and it went a little right and missed, and it came back on the other side, somebody said. And I mean, that was just good fortune on our part. We certainly had all the breaks the other night in the game, but we had enough bad plays that we could have easily been the loser, but somehow or another it was meant to be.
Finally, Coach, I know that they have this brick campaign, and as they're beautifying up the outside of the plaza here at Williams-Brice Stadium, and I know you and your wife are planning on purchasing a brick. Just talk about, you like to give back to the university.
Yeah, well, I've been fortunate to be here 10 years, make some money and so forth, and give it back to the school is something that we encourage all Gamecocks to do if you're in position. Fundraising is definitely based on people that are in position to give back. And yeah, I might buy 3 or 4 of those bricks if they're not too much money.
And Coach, ever have the governor of Florida come by and congratulate you after a game like Nikki Haley did?
Governor Haley? Yeah, well, I saw her right after the game, after the press conference down there. But she really does pull for the Gamecocks. And, of course, she went to Clemson and obviously pulls for them when they play us, which is understandable. But she pulls for us all the time. And she's really proud that both schools have been top 10 teams, the last several years and so forth. And I think she's really done an excellent job as governor. And I'm not supposed to get in the political arena, so I'll stay out of it. But we do appreciate the governor pulling for the Gamecocks.
Thanks as always for your time, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Off the Field with the HBC, presented by Chick-fil-A. Visit our locations on Forest Drive and Two Notch Road. When you tailgate, punt the burger, pass the chicken. And by James W. Smith Real Estate at the beach. Ask about our Gamecock off-season special.